Tonight, we report on the new deadline for Grant County to decide on what to do with the fairgrounds septic systems and how the people of Quincy enjoyed their night out. What's going on in sports, Bob?
Gonzaga and the University of Washington renew their men's basketball rivalry, and the Seahawks are in search of a starting right tackle. Here's a glance at our Weather Center forecast.
And here in the weather department, we continue to see a little cooling trend coming our way, at least seasonal temperatures. The fire danger, though, that's the big thing. It's remaining high. All the details coming up.
I'm Alan Troop. Stay tuned for all of this and much more on I-501 News.
From the I-501 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is I-501 News, your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is I-501 News, and it starts now.
The state is giving Grant County until December 31st to decide what to do with the fairgrounds septic systems. The State Department of Health sent a response to the county giving officials an extension. Officials must decide whether to connect to Moses Lake's sewer system or change its septic systems. The department initially wanted a decision by the end of June. Commissioner Cindy Carter said the county plans to continue monitoring the septic systems during the fair. She wants to see a new monitoring well installed to determine if the fairgrounds systems are affecting the groundwater. The department says the well that was used as its control during the testing was likely being affected by a septic system upstream from the fairgrounds. Quincy came out to the Ryman Simmons house to enjoy a barbecue as the city took part in America's National Night Out. Reporter Jeff Chu tells us all about it.
Quincy's National Night Out and Family Fun in the Park event drew hundreds to Ryman Simmons Park Monday night. They ate, played games, listened to music, danced, and mingled with police, fire, air ambulance, and military personnel. New Quincy Police Chief Bob Heimbach said he was impressed by the turnout.
It's really one of those events that lets us bring our whole community together as a group to make a safer community. And that's what this is all about.
Heimbach talked about the night's significance.
It's really just everybody coming together and spending some time together in a relaxed environment to get to know each other. And then it kicks off the whole National Night Out week of block parties that'll be around the city of Quincy.
Quincy High School seniors Abraham Hernandez and Susana Camacho organized the Family Fun in the Park half of the event, saying they will present it as their senior project. I'm Jeff Chu for I-501 News.
Tonight, Moses Lake hosts their night out in downtown by Sincayus Square. Several Grant County offices will be moving by the end of the year. The county's facilities and maintenance manager, Tom Gaines, told county officials that the moves are aimed at saving the county money in rent. It will also let the county move forward with an energy savings plan. The move will change the location for the Grant County Health District, the Washington State University Extension Office, the county commissioners, the Vietnam Veterans of America, the county building and planning departments, the Department of Public Defense, and the Moses Lake Youth Services. The change is spurred by a consulting company looking at reducing how much energy the county uses. How much it will cost to move the offices is unknown, but it is expected to be paid for by grants. The changes could save the county $100,000 in rent. Driving through downtown Soap Lake is a little difficult with the construction. Reporter Jeff Chu explains what they are doing.
The final stretch of sewage pipe replacement in downtown Soap Lake should be completed this week. Workers with Sealand Construction of Wenatchee are working on a block of Main Avenue between Canna Street and State Route 17. Mayor Raymond Gravel said the $1.6 million downtown rehabilitation project will next focus on new streets and sidewalks once new sewer lines are laid. The mayor said downtown sidewalk and repaving work will occasionally move out onto the highway several times when construction of sidewalk bulb outs at intersection crossings commence. This may affect traffic along Daisy Street, the segment of SR 17 through town. Apollo Incorporated, a Kennewick contractor, will begin sidewalk and street work next. The project, which is intended to give downtown Soap Lake a new look, is now slated to be complete in late October or early November. I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
Thank you, Jeff. A suspected rapist was reportedly caught with a baseball bat in the car he was driving after threatening to kill his victim. Prosecutors charged Manuel Hernandez Ortiz, a 23-year-old Mattawa man, in Grant County Superior Court with rape, assault, and possession of cocaine. The victim reported Hernandez Ortiz came to her home on July 18th and asked to have sex. When she refused, he allegedly attacked and raped her. Hernandez Ortiz allegedly hit, strangled, and threatened to kill the victim during the attack. Afterward, he reportedly threatened to kill her and her family if she called the police. When he was arrested, he allegedly told an officer the victim was crazy and he needed to go to jail so he can come back and finish her off. Now let's take a look at people currently being sought out by the Grant County Sheriff's Office.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at primetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
Stay tuned. Weather and sports are up next. We'll be right back after this.
Are you looking to improve your or your child's smile? At Casciati Orthodontics, we make it our mission to make braces more affordable and fun. Our business has proudly served the Columbia Basin for over 20 years, and our new conveniently located state-of-the-art facility offers a relaxing environment full of fun activities for the kids. We accept all types of insurance and have convenient payment plans available. Give us a call for a complimentary evaluation, no referral needed, or check us out on the web and make an appointment online.
At Moses Lake Community Health Center, we have had the privilege to serve the local community since 1978.
What I like about working at this clinic more than any other clinic that I've worked at is the patient care. With the patient care team that we've assembled, it allows us to take care of as many facets of the patient and their family's needs.
Please take the opportunity to experience the high-quality care provided at our clinics.
Well, hi there, everybody. Meteorologist Don Morelli with you here on iFiber Channel 1 News Weather. Hope you enjoyed your Tuesday. Your forecast brought to you by Bud Cleary Toyota Dealers. Toyota, let's go places. And the headlines, again, calling for a gradual cooling trend. Finally, it looks like a little bit more seasonal temperatures coming our way after we went through one more day of that century-degree mark for high temperatures today. So we'll near that seasonal high of near 90 or so by the weekend, but then a 100-degree day or two, maybe briefly coming back early next week. And the big thing is that the fire danger, regardless, because we're going to remain pretty dry, humidity is going to be low, and even though we may not be in excessive heat category near 100, it's still going to be hot, and so that fire danger remains. 103 was the record set back in 1980. 100 degrees was where we topped out today after a morning low of 72. In Moses Lake, we topped out at 101 after a morning low of 62. Just a degree shy of that record set back in 1997. Currently outside, we're sitting at 98 degrees, 34 degree dew point, I should say. 11% is what I was trying to get at because that's pretty low. And a little gusty breeze at times from the west-southwest. So the heat, low humidity, dry vegetation, the fire danger up there. Red flag warning remains in effect. Here we go, and again, we're not looking for much of a chance of precipitation in the next couple of days. We do have a couple of wind shifts coming across, and with each successive wind shift, a little cooler temperatures and a brief gusty wind for about 3 to 5 hours. And then we pretty much remain near seasonal levels to maybe Sunday. By Monday, though, we'll see a little heat returning across the area, as I mentioned, so just a 1-2 day heat wave early next week. So tomorrow, nice break from the heat, especially west of the Cascades, still 60s and 70s, although Olympia around 80 degrees. Inland Northwest, a good 7-8 degree drop with the temperatures. Instead of the upper 90s, we'll go for the lower 90s, and instead of near that century mark here in the Columbia Basin, we'll be in the mid-90s, so about a 5-degree drop, and even cooler temperatures as we slide into our Thursday and Friday and Saturday. So you can see that we are generally cooling off just a bit to that seasonal high. So that's the menu here, closer to the seasonal levels by the weekend. But notice Monday and Tuesday back into the upper 90s. But again, should be a brief couple of days of hot weather. Breezy conditions again, possibly, so the fire danger remains high. Again, your forecast brought to you by Bud Cleary Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Toyota wants to know, how did you celebrate summer?
We go fishing. We like to hike. We love camping, mountain biking, as often as possible.
No matter the activity, there's a Toyota perfect to take you there. From that favorite fishing spot, camping area, or just a great summer drive, including Tundra. Now offered with reduced APR financing or an amazing lease. For details, see any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers today and enjoy your summer to the fullest. Toyota, let's go places.
On the next episode of iFiber One's Inside Look, I'm going to take you on a guided tour of Euphrates Basin's summer sounds. You'll meet the volunteers who make it all happen, and I'll sneak you backstage for an up-close look at the headliners, including Taylor Lynn and Little Texas. You also get to check out a few bands you probably never heard before. Some of these bands feature musicians from right here in the Columbia Basin. You can catch iFiber One's Inside Look on Channel 1 or online at iFiber1.com.
Welcome back. I'm Bob Kirkpatrick with today's sports. Well, after a decade-long layoff, Gonzaga University and the University of Washington are renewing their men's basketball series. The schools made the announcement Monday. The Zags and Huskies will return to the court beginning with the 2016-17 season. The date and location of the first game is yet to be determined. The contract is a 4-year deal with 2 games on the home court of each school in alternating years. The schools last played in 2006. The teams matched up every season between December 1997 and December 2006 before the rivalry went on hiatus. The schools were unable to start the contract any sooner because of non-conference commitments already made for the next 2 seasons. Marshawn Lynch returned to practice for the first time since reporting to training camp last week, but the question now is, who will block for him at right tackle this season? The Seahawks released Michael Bowie on Saturday after it was determined his injured shoulder would require surgery. So with Bowie out of the picture, the battle for the starting job now shifts to second-round pick Justin Britt and veteran Eric Winston. The Seahawks are in Denver Thursday for a preseason game with the Broncos. The high school fall sports season kicks off in just a few weeks, but before any athlete can suit up, they'll have to meet specific criteria. Reporter Sean Wells has the details.
With high school classes starting next month, it's time to get your physical turned in if you want to participate in fall sports. Ephrata Athletic Director Michelle Webb says physicals must be turned into the athletic office before kids are allowed to practice.
Had a physical within the last 7-8 months, you're probably okay if the office has a copy of that. Otherwise, they do need to get a new physical and get it taken care of and bring it into the high school office.
Football practice starts on August 20th, while volleyball, girls soccer, cross country, and girls swim practice starts on August 25th. Michelle says kids need to realize sports start before school starts.
We have a kind of an influx of kids once that first day of school. They want to start practice and they've already missed a week to 2 weeks or a week and a half from the practice and missing the basic instruction and skills. And then we get into situations where, you know, if teams have already been divided up, who's on varsity, who's on JV. So it does cause a little bit of a problem if kids wait until school starts.
With summer temperatures reaching over 100 degrees, Michelle has some tips for kids trying to get in shape for practice.
Maybe some jogging or something to get in shape a little bit so they're ready to go. You know, stay hydrated, start eating well, get lots of rest and sleep. I think that's probably the one thing in the summer. Kids are out running around, having a good time, staying up late, sleeping in, and now they've got to start getting up early.
Ephrata's athletic office opens on August 15th. For iFiber One News, Sean Wells.
Well, that's it for sports. We'll be right back after this.
Bud Clary Ford Honda is proud to be an automotive leader in our area. Since opening our doors over 54 years ago, we have kept a firm commitment to our customers. We offer a wide selection of vehicles and hope to make the car buying experience as quick and hassle-free as possible. You can trust that we will get you into the car or truck of your dreams. Bud Cleary has an experienced and reliable service and parts department that is open extra hours to help fit our customers' hectic schedules. Come for a test drive today at 1200 South Pioneer Way. We are a proud supporter of Columbia Basin Athletics.
We believe in home and all the magical things that come with it. We believe in living rooms with forts made from sofa cushions and blankets. We believe in the man cave, the woman cave, and finally, we believe that our calling in life is to find the home that's perfect for you. Coldwell Banker, fulfilling dreams for over 100 years.
Our spotlight story tonight is about the preparation that goes into making the Grant County Fair possible. Reporter Jeff Chu has the details on this year's festivities.
They're sweeping out the rabbit and chicken barn, spraying the cobwebs off the Carolyn Fisher stage, and finishing up on remodeling the sheriff's substation at Grant County Fairgrounds. It's almost fair time in Moses Lake. Grant County Fair saw more than 70,000 people in attendance last year. That was almost a 50% increase from the year before. Fairgrounds manager Jerry Gingrich explained why.
We're counting more accurately. We instilled a system that we were actually counting everybody through the gate rather than, it was a more of an archaic system prior to that. Next year we anticipate going into an electronic ticketing system, and so it'll actually be more accurate.
About 200 yards of new asphalt was laid down last week to complete the final link of an accessible path to the rodeo arena.
We just finished the paved walkway that connects Blue Gate all the way down to the sheriff's building, and that's for ADA compliancy. And for the strollers, anybody, we have a lot of people like to go down to the carnival just to watch, or to go down to the commercial vendors, and to get down there, you're walking through the grass, and the grass isn't always level. So now, from our front gate to our back gate, it's ADA accessible.
Gingrich said the path will be further extended to West Valley Road for next year's fair. A sunshade will be extended out over the front of the Fisher stage, with plans to extend the shade further next year.
People sitting up there being hypnotized or sitting in the burning sun, and we're not sure if they're either hypnotized or passed out from the heat.
Chilling out under more misters will bring cool relief to visitors at the fair. Even the trash cans have a happy new Holstein theme going on. Gingrich said the fair is the biggest of more than 270 fairgrounds events scheduled throughout the year. He said this year's fair will have more livestock animals than ever.
I've heard the early estimates this year is over 300 pigs again this year. We're up on livestock, on the cattle livestock. They're up, I believe it's over 70, close to 80. They're actually bringing milking cows back this year. They're going to be using the milking parlor, so people will be able to observe the milking through the dairy process.
Gingrich anticipates more exhibitors as well.
Last year we had over 8,000 exhibitors, so we anticipate a big push here in the next week and a half.
Additional costs at the fairgrounds have driven up ticket prices.
Tickets actually went up $1 this year across the board. So an adult at the gate is $8. And the reason we raised it was our overhead costs went up, our liabilities have gone up, and we need to make sure we take care of our fairgoers.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber1 News.
And we'll be right back after this.
As the summer has quickly approached, we all enjoy the family barbecue and kids playing in the sprinkler. However, many drivers are distracted and are seldom focusing on what's important while driving. It could be the random phone call, adjusting your stereo, or the lip gloss check in the mirror.
Here at Farmers Insurance, we make sure you understand what coverages fit your needs. The more you know, the better you can plan. My name is Cheryl Kono, and I'm your local Farmers Insurance agent.
We are farmers. What's white and yellow and red all over? If you said the local book telephone directory, the one with the purple sunset on the cover, then you're right. In print and online at statewideyp.com, it features up-to-date local maps, community information, and a calendar of events. With a restaurant dining guide with full local menus and a reverse directory, you're sure to find the number you're looking for. With the local book telephone directory, it's the best way to get the information you need. Pick up a copy of the local book today or visit statewideyp.com.
A report of a swerving car led Moses Lake police to arresting a man for possessing heroin and meth on Saturday morning. An officer was looking for the 1993 Honda Accord when he spotted the car parked near the post office. The officer contacted the driver, Damian Powell, a 35-year-old Moses Lake resident, and then arrested him on warrants related to charges of theft of a motor vehicle and forgery. As Powell was being searched during the arrest, the officer allegedly found bags and a scale. A warrant was obtained to search the car, and police reportedly found 7 grams of heroin and 6.3 grams of meth. 6 people were arrested on Friday by the U.S. Marshals Service and members of local law enforcement. The task force sought out and arrested them on outstanding warrants, according to a statement released on Monday. The 6 people booked into the Grant County Jail were Jesus Ariza, a 22-year-old Warden resident, was arrested for 3 warrants for theft charges and 1 for burglary in the 2nd degree. He was caught after a short foot pursuit in Warden. Sean McClanahan, a 44-year-old Moses Lake man, was arrested for an outstanding warrant for possession of a controlled substance and possession of meth. Jessica Steele, a 26-year-old Moses Lake resident, was arrested for a warrant for failure to appear on charges of possession with intent to manufacture or deliver meth. During her arrest, officers allegedly found Steele in possession of meth. Carolyn Fython, a 30-year-old Moses Lake resident, was arrested for a warrant for escape of community custody from a conviction of identity theft. Manuel Oliva, a 31-year-old Moses Lake resident, was arrested for a warrant from the State Department of Corrections. Jordan Tebow, a 31-year-old Moses Lake resident, was arrested for a warrant for failure to appear on charges of possession of meth and failure to return from a jail furlough while serving a sentence for theft in the 2nd degree. Tebow was found hiding under a home on Stratford Road in Moses Lake. The Soap Lake City Council meets on Wednesday, and the council will discuss a permit request for the August 31st paddleboard race. They will also consider a permit for the Soap Lake Urban Homesteads and Farmers Market event. The council meets at 5:30 p.m. Wednesday at Soap Lake City Hall at 239 2nd Avenue Southeast. In Northwest news, an unusual candidate has put his paw in the ring for an elected position in Whatcom County. A dog is running as a write-in candidate for Whatcom County prosecutor. The current prosecutor is seeking re-election for the 11th time, and every single time he runs unopposed. Well, until now. KOMO 4 reporter Matt Markovich says the dog's owner is trying to prove a point.
Meet Nima, an underground write-in candidate for Whatcom County prosecutor, a job Dave McCracken has held for 10 terms. He's seeking an 11th term on Tuesday, running unopposed, and that didn't sit well with Nima's owner.
Our current prosecuting attorney has had no opposition in 10 terms, and it's time for other people to think about running.
We spoke with Frank James by phone. He's traveling out of state.
Why didn't you put your name in then?
Well, because my dog's a lot better looking than I am. He is charming. He is honest. He's got a lot of the character and features, I think, that we'd like to see in politicians.
James says Nima's write-in challenge is to make a point. Political figures can only be held accountable if someone runs against them. Others agree.
If there's no candidate, we don't get to look at the issues that the county prosecutor's office deals with, and we don't get to assess if he's been doing a good job or not.
Riley Sweeney is a political blogger and Nima's first endorsement.
I look forward to voting for him in the general election as well.
But write-in candidates, real or fake, cause extra work for election officials.
Anything that slows down the process is time, and that's money and it's cost to the taxpayers.
Ballots with write-ins are manually set aside. The write-in's legitimacy is only verified if the final tally is close. Oddly enough, this dog's run for office could prove another point. Twice, county auditors have asked state lawmakers to require write-in candidates to register 18 days before an election to cut down on frivolous write-ins. The bill has gotten no traction.
Maybe a candidate such as this will point out to them what what it occurs for the counties that have to count that.
What's that? Oh, Nima says he doesn't expect to win, but he thinks the fur will fly in this election. In Bellingham, Matt Markovich, KOMO 4 News.
The 10-term prosecutor said he didn't have time to speak on camera about his furry challenger because he was busy preparing for a case. And that's going to do it for us here at I-501 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.